Yo, kings and queens, peep the message, right? Listen up. Here is why most relationships, if not the majority of relationships, do not work. Here's why. You are playing a game of energy, metaphysical energy, non-linear energy, which you cannot see. Your sexual energy, once built up, it gives you a very powerful aura. This aura you cannot see with these two eyes, right? It's intangible. Non-linear, meaning cannot be perceived with two physical eyes. However, the more you build your energy up, the more powerful you get, the more poised you are, the more of a powerful presence you get, which means just because you cannot see it doesn't mean that it's not important. And hence, what I wish to tell you is that everyone's playing the game in reverse because they don't understand it's a game of energy. They play it from a purely physical level, whereby, for example, the man has to put on all his designer clothes, a nice big watch, you know, some flashy chains, fly kicks, a nice brand new M, which is all good and well, bro. I love material shit, bro. Can't no one tell you that they don't like material, man. They're lying if they tell you they don't. However, the individual's sense of self is rooted in all those things. So once you strip all that stuff away, when you have the bare bones of that individual, there's nothing really there, because what makes that person is those things. And going back to sexual energy, right? I used to date on a lower level of consciousness, whereby I didn't even understand the importance of sexual energy and how this is literally internal alchemy, right? Whereby you turn your base level energy into higher levels, right? Turn it up, send it up into the higher centers, your heart, your throat, your third eye center, and operate out of a much higher paradigm. That's when you are playing from power. You're not playing from perception, because that's what all these material things are. You're playing the game of perception, which is illusory, and it's transient, you know? Yeah, you go out on a few dates, she's fucking with your car, she's fucking with your clothes and your demeanor and whatnot, but bro, after all of that fades, you gotta remember, all of this stuff gets old, right? It looks a very surface level. What she wants to interact, what you're really bouncing off of, what she's bouncing off of, what you're bouncing off of, you're bouncing off of each other's energy. And more importantly, you're bouncing off of the contents of each other's minds, right? Let's really talk about it, right? Because most relationships are fucking cap, boy. They are cap like crazy. Why? Because first and foremost, you're in that relationship in the form of a coping strategy. You yourself, you don't really, I'm not trying to disrespect or offend anyone, but I'm saying for the most part, most people have not yet rooted their love within themselves. So they are already from the onset, from the get-go, they're already externalizing their power as soon as they get into that relationship, because they haven't found love within themselves. So already you're playing at a disadvantage, right? Secondly, if you've not understood the game of sexual energy, especially as a man, because you gotta remember, when women have sex, they don't lose energy, right? They, if anything, they gain energy. Men, on the other hand, whoa, cool, put in work on your girl, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love women too. However, do not release your sexual energy, my boy. Why? Because it takes, in order to make one drop of semen, it takes 40 drops of blood, right? Furthermore, what is semen, right? Semen is the end product. You eat food, you then take all of the minerals and vitamins from that food, your body digests it. When you ejaculate, right? In order to create that ejaculate, your body has to extract all of its best, because that's what you're doing. Think about it on a purely biological level. What you're doing, what you're releasing semen for, is to create life. What we've done is we've normalized ejaculation as if it's something normal. That's why they push porn so hard, bro. That's why they push OnlyFans so hard. These are degenerate social norms, bro. This is not normal. And peep game that you can normalize anything. There's men walking around like women, boy. There's men dressed in makeup and shit. It's like, this is the reverse of natural order. This isn't no hate speech. This isn't me shitting on anyone. I'm just giving you the pure facts, non-biased, purely objective facts, right? Getting back to the SR, getting back to sexual energy. In order for your relationship to work, especially as a man with a woman, you have to just forget about everything else, bro. Because, bro, I'm in a position where I'm not exactly living my best life, right? I'm not no multi-millionaire yet. I am up here, bro. However, when I come around women, bro, I can just tell this. She wants to melt in your energy, because that's what she wants, boy. Women are looking for a leader. And cool, you can portray yourself to be a leader, but if your energy doesn't match it, there's nothing you can really do. There really is nothing you can do if your energy doesn't speak for itself, because that's what it is, boy. Women are pure intuition and energy. You want these women, boy, get your energy up. And getting back to these relationships, right? Straight from the bat, straight from the onset, right? For the most part, you end up with someone who isn't really supposed to be with you. Because I'm not sure if you lot have seen that Rick and Morty episode, right? Crazy, that show is nuts. There's an episode whereby Summer, the daughter, right? She's going from person to person to person on these social media apps. And when you watch things in a cartoon, it kind of puts it in such a comedic context. And this is exactly what's going on in this world. People jump on these apps. They don't really you didn't align with that individual based on what you felt internally. It's purely lust. It's purely what you saw with the perception of these two eyes. And peep it, for the most part, right? What do we do when we put our shit on these apps, right? There's filters. Women put makeup on and then they put a filter on. So you got a filter and you got makeup. So where's the real you, really? Where are you? Who are you? Like, where is you? This is what I'm saying. For the most part, all of these relationships are rooted within the ego and lust. And then we expect them to be rooted in love and have some sort of solid foundation. Of course, there's no solid foundation because it was never rooted in anything deeply real. There was no solid base of deeply rooted love for that individual and who they are, how they think, what their moral compass is, what their aspirations are, what their goals are, how they conduct themselves around family. All of these are the real things that are important, right? The lust, bro, and the lust and the physical stuff is surface level. It only gets you so far. Yo, when I start recording, boy, my brain just goes into like crazy mode. I've got so many topics for you lot. But what I really want you to take away from this video is the fact that you're playing a game of metaphysical energy. It's a combination of the form and the formless. People are too focused on the form. Think about it, right? Love is formless. I can't hold love in my hand. I can't hold joy. I can't hold peace. I can't hold bliss, right? But these are the most powerful frequencies and vibrations known to man. Love, divine love, is the most powerful frequency and emotion known to man in the whole universe. Cosmic divine love. And it is everywhere. It's only the ego which starts to compartmentalize and judge and label and analyze everything and put everything into a certain parameter and say, this is good, this is bad. This is why I say walk around and look at people as if you're looking in the mirror, because then straight off the bat, you dissolve that split-second interaction of the ego, right? That splits, because that's what the ego does. It's in about, Dr. David R. Hawkins mentions it in his books. He says, you're literally seeing, instead of seeing reality, what you're seeing is the filter of the ego, right? For instance, look, I'm walking down this road, right? All of this is non-biased. None of this has any intrinsic judgment or label that I need to project onto. However, dependent on what I think about reality and my childhood and what I've been through, I will then project. For example, let's say, for instance, I grew up in an area where there was a lot of Asian people and I had a bad experience and I got beaten up, right? If I walk around an Asian area, straight away, my internal world is going to be projecting and labeling everything based on my previous experience. That was just a small example, but bear with me, right? And this is what we have to do. We have to remember, this is why we call it Maya the illusion. It's the perceptual world in which there is very little context. There's no context on what's going on. So peep that for real. You're playing a game of metaphysical energy. How I want to end it off, people, is you got to bear in mind, right, that the greats always say one and the same. What I'm saying is nothing new. There's nothing new about what I'm saying. See, the niggas always trying to block the message, man. Stay with it, man. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. But yeah, guys, peep this, right? The great Nikola Tesla said, if you wish to understand the secrets of the universe, look at everything in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So once you build up your energy, your aura, your force field, you've got good daily habits, you pay attention to what you feed your gates, bro, your aura and your energy are going to be so powerful and potent that you will literally just attract the kinds of people you want, right? Especially when it comes to women. Like as you start to ascend in terms of your energy and vibration and your spiritual inclination, you will have a very, very fine line as to what you accept and what you don't accept. And that's what we need in today's day and age. We need stronger men who aren't just going to settle for, she's got a nice body, or she's got a nice bum. Bro, you lose in that interaction. You might think you're winning, she's got a nice bum and, she's an 8 out of 10, she's on me. Bro, if that's all she's got to offer you, You gotta ask yourself, is she a good cook? Can she look after a household? Is she intellectual? Can she look after kids? Does she have a good relationship with herself? Because if she hasn't got a good relationship with herself, who do you think is gonna get the projections of all of that insecurity? You, my boy. So just peep game, boy. Take into account that this is all one big game of energy, right? Form and formless. Stop focusing too much on the form and take into account that a lot of this is formless. Start working on the intangible qualities, right? That build the real you, not the facade ego you, but the real intrinsic, deeply rooted self within you, within me, within everything else in creation. Woo! I'm feeling fired up today, boy. I'm about to go crazy in the gym. Woo! God damn. I need to chill, boy. But yeah, guys, peace and power, love and light. Hope you have an amazing day. Keep your head up. Radiate power, radiate peace, radiate love, but powerfully, right? Don't do it on some bitch shit and seeking approval, yeah? You got this. Peace and power, love and light. We'll see you in the next one.